Doom, and you're listening to DJ Moose at Metal Moose Podcast.
I don't know that I'm ever going to stop playing that. Welcome to the Chicks That Rock show. This is a show that we do. Now, we used to do it like every 3 or 4 months. We did it quarterly when I was doing the Metal Moose, but I've decided that I want to do it every 10 shows. So this is our 20th show. We did one Chicks That Rock back on number 10. Now it's number 20. And we kicked it off with something that's not even been released yet, not even out to the public. You're welcome. Hexed. Man, love them. I played them on a Chicks That Rock show way back, and they contacted me again. They said, we got some new stuff. We want you to have it. And I was like, what a better time than now. So if you don't like that Hex song, you probably need to seek professional help, because that was badass. They're an amazing band. Super quality production, amazing musicianship, great vocals, no whiny ehs. Just metal, melodic, beautiful. Love it. A damn plus. And would I wear the shirt? Absolutely. They actually wrote me and said they were going to send me a shirt. That's amazing. Awesome. I will wear the hell out of that. And not just because they're great, but because I want to tell other people about them. And they're like, who is this band? What is this thing on your shirt here? And I'm like, oh, dude, this is Hexed. Holy hell, you got to get into this. So listen, I wanted to say I held a little poll about what bands were going to be on the show tonight, and literally my right pointer finger is numb. I think I have carpal tunnel now. So many of your fans, bands that are on this show tonight, you should be really proud, because I got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of texts, and oh my God, my hand hurts. So thank you for taking the time to text in for your band. That's a big deal, because without fans, bands are nothing, man. You got to have you. And now I will say that there are some of the bands on the show tonight who didn't get very many texts or any at all. But there were other bands on here. I won't name any names. Darkest Hearts, Vague Vendetta, Fist of Rage. Holy Jesus, God, they were just going crazy. The Hexed thing was a special that I didn't even know that was gonna be on the show tonight. But I got the music today, and I was like, yes, this is beautiful timing. So anyway, Chicks That Rock is something we do because, not because I'm one of those DJs who's like, yeah, man, I like to go out and get laid, and chicks got huge knockers, and that's awesome. I do the Chicks That Rock thing because I'm very pro women in the music industry, especially the heavy music industry. I just can't stand people that take advantage of women, people that degrade women, people that, think a band is a good because a chick shows her cleavage. That kind of stuff makes me sick. I do this because I like women in music that are out there doing it. And these bands that I'm playing tonight, they're doing it. They're out there. They're putting out music. And I'm not playing them because I think their singer's fine, baby. And a lot of the women in these bands are gorgeous, but that's not why I'm playing them. I'm playing them because myself, the Moose, as a man, as a radio host, as a person in life, is very pro-woman. I think women are greater than men. I'll just say that right now. They're better than we are, and we would be nothing without them. That's just the end of story. So that's why we do this. Anybody that thinks this is a sex show or sex shells, or I'm using the name Chicks That Rock to gain attention, you're wrong. You're wrong. This isn't your average metal show. This is a guy who's all about family and support and taking care of each other. Not, yeah, man, I got laid last night. Good for you. Coming up next is a band called Daemonia with a song called The Demon Inside. We're going to rock it, and we're going to do reviews on this show just like normal. So it's a Chicks That Rock with, soundcheck flair to it. So Hexed ruled. We'll see what Daemonia's got coming up right now on Soundcheck.
The Moose says,
Show your rack, Cheetos, and rubber chickens. Moose Rocks Canada.
First and foremost, I want to apologize. It's Daemona, not Daemonia. Daemona, I think is anyway. Is something with demon and Ona on the end there. How this show works, if you're new to Soundcheck, Soundcheck is where I listen to a tune that I've never heard before, and I tell you what I think about it. And this is a Chicks That Rock edition, so every band that you hear tonight has at least one female member. Daemona or Demonia, whatever. I would so listen to that on a regular basis. The production was good. It was grindy. It was vicious. It was gritty. Production was good. I can't think of anything bad to say about that. And by the way, if you're new also, the way that I tell you if I like a band or not is to say whether or not I would wear their t-shirt, because I'm not going to wear a t-shirt of a band that sucks. That just isn't in my makeup. If your band's not good, I'm not going to wear your shirt. But that band was awesome. I would wear that shirt very proudly. And one of the reasons that I do this, and when I say I want your shirt, I really do want you to send me one, because of what I do, and I guess, quote unquote, who I am. Please don't take that egotistically. But when I wear a shirt, people are like, oh, dude, who is that? Tell me about it. I want to be able to tell people about your band. Now, one of the ways I do that is by doing this show. I tag your band. I do this. I play your song. Your song's getting played for a lot of people right now. We're on over 50 radio stations. We're about to be on a brand new network that's much bigger. But wearing your shirt is something that I want to do, and it's a way that I can tell people about your band. So anyway, that was badass. That's what it was. It was really good. Daemona, I think is how you say it. Anyway, yeah. Coming up next, we got a band called Infall. Now, Infall's been somebody that's been around for a long time, and I think I may have played them before on the Metal Moose show, but I don't. I've admitted this several times. This is our 3-year birthday. I did the Metal Moose show for about 2.5 years, and I started doing the Soundcheck in January of 2017. But all the time that I did the Metal Moose radio show, I didn't pay a lot of attention to the music. I just didn't. It was a different kind of a show, and it was just about stupidity and tacos, which, hey, tacos are important, but they're really important. I had some enchiladas just like an hour ago. They were great. Anyway, Infall. We're going to check it out now. We're going to tell you what we think, and hopefully I'm going to wear that shirt. We'll see. This is Soundcheck. Let us know what you think. 424-666-7356. Infall. Nicotine now.
The moose is loose.
How many beautiful ways
This is Day of Doom, and you're listening to DJ Moose at Metal Moose Podcast.
This is one of those songs where, and this is kind of where I really enjoy when I get songs like this that are really grade A, top notch. I mean, that's a rock radio hit. That's a big rock radio hit right there from Infall. When I don't have anything bad to say about it, that's, a super good sign. I actually was just looking right now to see if they were on Spotify. Usually when I dig a band that I play on the show, I'll put them on my Spotify so I can listen to them. So guys, you need to get on Spotify big time. So the one and only bad thing that I would say about that is that it was super, super slickly produced. And I think that the one and only, and it's not even a negative, it's more of a caution, is just be careful that you do things in the studio that you can pull off live. I don't know who's pulling off your harmonies live. I don't know if somebody else is backing up the female vocal with a harmony, but I mean, obviously it's tuned female in the studio. Great vocal harmonies. I thought the emotion in the guitar playing was really good. The emotion in the singing was a little typecast. It sounded a little read from a teleprompter. I would like a little bit more, maybe emotion in the vocal itself. Beyond that, it was just absolutely brilliant, really good. And if it gets put in the right hands, we're looking at a big time music career for Infall there. Wow. Damn good. So would I wear that shirt? Yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah. I'd be proud to say that I listened to that band. Really, really good. I'm super impressed. And I hope you guys don't take anything that I said in a negative light. It's just because I didn't have anything bad to say. All I could say was if I had my shot with that song in the studio, here are a couple things that I would do differently. And those are pretty small things. So, wow, man, really good. I'm super impressed. This next band is a band that I just saw a picture of and I went, oh my God, I don't even know what that's all about, but I have got to hear it. And it's also my favorite time of the year. How do you say no to a band called Eternal Halloween? This band, just bizarre. I've never heard them, but I saw them and I was like, I've got to play that. And then I found out there were girls in the band and I was like, Chicks That Rock, here we go. Eternal Halloween. I was like, yes. They look very interesting, so I'm not sure what to expect out of this, but we're about to find out, you and me. It's okay that you're naked. So am I. Here we go.
Rocks, Florida.
All right, man. So listen, Eternal Halloween. Here's the deal. It's really interesting. At the beginning, I was super excited, man, because it was like that intro, the uncomfortable, scary movie, sound thing. And I thought I love music that really pushes my emotions towards uncomfortable. And then it kind of got that whole monotone, kind of the tempo never changed. There was never a key change. It was just kind of that, almost like basic Rammstein kind of. So I would have to hear more. Maybe it's just the wrong song, because I love their look. I love the name. I love the image. I love all that stuff. But at current time, based on that song, I wouldn't be apt to tell too many people about them. I would just be like, there's this one band, Eternal Halloween, they're okay. But it didn't give me that, oh yeah, this is, it just didn't. But I think I want a shirt, mainly just because they're called Eternal Halloween, and they obviously have something going there, their own kind of, thing with the Halloween, and I like that. So yeah, I like it. I bet you that it's just the wrong song. I think probably I just heard the wrong tune. So I'll go back and check it out more. So I would love a shirt, guys. Totally, guys and gals, actually. So yeah, Eternal Halloween, not bad. I need to hear more, just to be honest with you. Coming up next is a band that I'm pretty sure blood started coming into my fingers, replying to all the text on the text line. Jeez, I just lost my voice. 424-666-7356, and my God, these people would not stop with the Fist of Rage. They just kept writing and writing. Listen, I'm not complaining. I answer every text, and I always will. I love the fact that people get involved. I'm really proud of the fans of the bands that got into this, because a lot of the bands, people texted and voted for their bands. It was awesome. But this is one of the bands that I was like, okay, I got it. I'm going to play their song. Just relax. I can't move my hand anymore, okay? So here they are, Fist of Rage, with a song called Vertigo. And by God, your fans love you. I'm very interested to see if I love you or not. But we're getting ready to find out right here on Soundcheck, Chicks That Rock, Fist of Rage.
The Moose rocks New York. Rocks New York.
together with scarlet letters. Oh, no one knows. We fall together, maybe forever. Blinded by burning blinded by burning we come together.
The Moose says,
Show your rack, Cheetos, and rubber chickens.
All right, so Fist of Rachel. Listen to that whole entire song. I kept saying to myself, there is a female in this band. There needs to be a female melody. And it finally hit there at the end, and it was paramount. It was gorgeous. So you guys have you've got a really unique tone in your guitar tone. Really, and I know this isn't, you're going to not understand this maybe, but it's kind of got that Alice in Chains angry chair, kind of real dank, kind of emotional. You guys have a lot of room for some serious emotion in your music. It's very dark, which I get it, you know, that's fine. But I think that you have some room to use some maybe some bass tones and bass lines to really carry the emotion in your music. Really good. I would damn sure wear the shirt. Really good. There's so much that you guys can do. You're doing a good job at what you got going on right now, no doubt about it. But yeah, you guys have got some really, the possibilities are, I'd love to be in a rehearsal with you guys sometimes and just say, hey, let's try this real quick and use more of that female harmony is haunting. Great. Excellent. So yeah, Fist of Rage. Have we had a bad one yet? I don't think we have. This has all been good so far. I'm loving this show. Welcome to Soundchecking the Chicks That Rock Edition. We're blowing through some amazing bands so far, and we just hope it keeps going because not every song is a good song. That's the hashtag to this show. Not every song is a good song, but so far I'm being proven wrong. These bands are pretty much killing it. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Because I just did a show earlier today. This is the third show in 3 days that I've done. I usually don't do that, so I've had a lot of good music. So coming up next is a band called Hellbent with Absinthe from Society with a song called Hellbent. Interesting name. I wonder if the Green Fairy sings.
Dancing on the precipice, you know you're gonna fall. Watching just fucks me up. Does it matter at all? Time will come where I won't help. I'll be beyond your call. If you were to have the one to catch you when you fall, where will you be when it catches up to you? I don't think you could have thought this outside, do or die. Which way will you go? Gonna find it's way too much more than you know. This is just a hypocrite, 'cause if this is farewell, Mama say fucking trip. I'll see you at hell. Where will you be when it catches up to you? I don't think you could have thought this through. Where will you go when you're busted up and spent? Will you kill yourself?
Show your rack, Cheetos, and rubber chickens.
Well, it's unfortunate that it has to happen at some time. Usually during the show, we get a song that I don't really get into. That was one of them. Absinthe from Society. It just was kind of loose. It wasn't very tight. The production was it just, and in it, to me, it didn't sound like what exactly you've decided what you wanted to be or where you're going with it. Just for me was that is if you listen to Soundcheck at all, you know that I use these terms pretty often. That to me was bar band music. That was like if I saw that band playing that song in a bar, I would go, okay, yeah. But I wouldn't be like, oh my God. Now, if you go back to the beginning of the show, if you saw Hexed in a bar, you'd be like, holy Jesus, what is happening right now? And so listen, I mean, I appreciate that you're putting music out and I appreciate you're playing, heavier stuff. And I appreciate the fact that, there's a female in the band because we're big on that. But for me, man, it was just it just really didn't work out for me personally. Now, somebody out there probably loved that. And that's cool. And we're allowed to disagree and be friends, Hashtag not every song is a good song. That's just how it is. For me, that didn't work very well. But that's okay, man. Thanks for sending us the music to put on the show because you just got heard by a whole bunch of people, and that's what's really important. My opinion on it, not really that important. So I don't know. Just throwing that out there. I don't want to get anybody angry at me because it's not about pushing anybody down because I think it's cool that you're doing what you do, whether or not I like it or not, because there are a lot of people out there doing things that I don't like that are making tons of money. So, yeah, I'm not that important. Trust me. Ask Justin Bieber. I don't like him at all. That guy's got more money than I'll ever even see in my life. So, anyway, yeah, when you guys are, surrounded by groupies after your concerts, just remember how important my opinion is because it's not really. But some people listen, some people don't. It's just, Coming up next is a band with a song called Burning Flesh, which is, I'm going to go with death metal just based on the title of the song. I'm going to go deathy, which death metal with the girls is always, you got Demonic Christ, you got Bolt Thrower, you got those, you got Arch Enemy, all that. Well, I don't know if you want to call Arch Enemy death metal, but anyway, yeah, so you got some cool stuff. And we're going to find out if Hybris is shirt worthy or not, because probably not going to wear the Absinthe shirt. Sorry, guys. Just not really for me. But Burning Flesh sounds fun.
The moose is loose. Rocks, Texas.
All right, so here's the deal with that, and this is every time. I think this is, if you go all the way back through the Metal Moose days, I think this is probably my 9th or 10th Chicks That Rock show, and every time I do one, I worry about this right here, and that to me is the I can't think of the right word, but there's too much Nightwish influence going on there. Like, it's extremely heavy Nightwish influence, which, okay, so makes a lot of sense since Nightwish is, like the most successful, of that kind of genre kind of a deal. I don't know. Some people might argue Epica or Leaves' Eyes or whatever, but it was a, It was a really good song. It was, the quality was good. The production was nice. The vocal was a little, okay. Not bad enough that I wouldn't listen to it. I would wear the shirt, but I would just have to say to that band, you've got to find a way to make that Nightwish influence, new for yourselves. Find a new way to do something with it, because it just sounds like, honestly, it sounded like a really good Nightwish B-side, was what it made me think. I was like, God, that was really good Nightwish worship. So I like it, and I would totally wear the shirt, but it just sounds like another band that wants to be Nightwish, and that's a little troublesome, but for the Nightwish fans, the Leaves' Eyes fans, the Epica, all those, even Sonata Arctica fans, stuff like that, they're gonna dig it, they're gonna like that, and I don't dislike it. Even the Kari Russalaten fans out there, or Hagelan's Rune Dance, right now this band, they're probably like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. So many people don't. They think, oh, he just has no clue. I do, I promise. Anyway, so. Yeah, anyway, I think for your Nightwish and your symphonic keyboard heavy, metal fans, that's going to do really well. And I like it. So, Nighon, Nighon, Nighon is next. And hell, I have no idea how to say people's names anymore. It's so small. I'm old. Nighon, coming up next. Chicks That Rock on the Moose.
Says,
Show your rack, Cheetos, and rubber chickens.
Right, Nigon, man, I loved that. I thought that was an awesome tune. Love the female vocal. Love the power behind it. It was great. It was powerful. The good mixture there. So, yes, I would definitely wear that shirt. Real quick, I'm going to take a few minutes, introduce myself. My name is Moose. I'm coming to you from the Moose Pit Studios in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You could be hearing this on one of over 50 radio stations from Canada, France, Italy, the United States, the UK. You can listen to it on iTunes, on YouTube, on Spreaker, on Mixcloud, on SoundCloud. It's all over the place. I appreciate everybody that's listening right now. It's a really big deal to me. I've been doing this for a long time. And I've really grown to appreciate the people that take the time to listen. I really like it when the bands listen, and I know it's hard to listen to every radio show that plays your song. I get that. But when the bands listen and listen to my critique, it's pretty cool when they write back and they say, hey, here's what we think about what you thought, yada, yada, yada. I do want to say that we have a website. It's themetalmoose.com, www.themetalmoose.com. You can go there. You can make a donation if you want to donate. We don't make any money doing this. We don't have any sponsors. There's nobody paying us to do anything. And I say we. Let me rephrase that. I don't make any money. I do this because I love metal and I love bands and stuff like that. So you can make donations there. If you want to become a sponsor, if you have a company and you want to play your commercial on our show, or if you want us to just talk about your company, we can do that as well. It's just what we do. And the reason we ask for donations is because microphones and boards and laptop computers, they cost money, and we have to get new ones over time. This laptop that I'm on right now is my old laptop, and it's about to die. I've got a new one, but that's the one I use for all the music that comes in. So anyway, long story short, we don't put money in our pockets. We're not trying to get rich off of this. We're trying to make sure that the show keeps going at a high quality. And we're trying to get it to as many people's ears as possible. And, funds help that. We appreciate all of you, whether or not you've donated or not. Just thanks for listening. And remember, you can share this show with your friends. Everybody can go to the website. You can find us on YouTube. Like I said, the more you share it with people, the more people get to hear your band, the bands that you like, the band that you're in. And then also make sure and give us a text at 424-666-7356. Just tell us where you're listening from. Hey, my name's Bruce. I'm listening from Canada. Awesome. Thanks, Bruce. That kind of a thing. We do that a lot. Coming up next is a band called the Just Luckies. The Just Got Luckies. Just Luckies. I can't remember. One of the two. I'll find out here in just a second. With a song called Queen of Careless. I have a feeling that this isn't metal. Just a feeling. Here we go.
Says,
Show your rack, Cheetos, and rubber chickens.
Well, I'm the queen of carelessness, and what I mean is that I'm a wreck.
Well, now that was something a little bit different, but I'll tell you something. People voted for them. People texted in and said they wanted to hear them on the show. So we're all about when fans get involved and bands get their fans involved, we're going to play their music now. Don't get me wrong. We're not going to be playing any, Jay-Z or anything anytime soon. We're just not big rap or country type people. So that was, good alt-rock, kind of post-rock stuff, whatever you want, very Austin, Texas, San Fran kind of thing. I didn't dislike it. I don't know that I would, that's not something I'm going to put in my car probably and listen to a lot, but it has its merit. And, listen, it's really, really, really out of place on this show because this is, primarily straight up, metal that didn't belong in a metal show, but it was a good song, good songwriting. Her vocals a little thin for me. I think that if they could beef that up and maybe throw some melody behind it to give it some sort of some thick tone, I think it'd be better. So it was all right. But I appreciate you guys having your fans tune in, text and all that good stuff. So yeah, just not really for me, but it's for a lot of people out there. Trust me, there are a lot of people digging that kind of stuff, and that band is probably going to be on tour by the time that this show comes out. So I'm an idiot in that area. So coming up next is a band called Sigil, Sigil, if you want to look them up, which I really encourage you to do. You hear a band on this show, even if it's not a great song that you hear on the show, go ahead and look them up anyway, and then go to Reverb Nation or Bandcamp or Noise Trade or wherever it is you find your digital music, Spotify, and look them up and listen to a different song because maybe it's better. Because everybody has a bad song. Trust me, everybody. The Beatles, Elvis, Metallica, they all have bad songs. Iron Maiden has a bad song. So it just happens. So don't judge a band entirely off the one song you hear on Soundcheck. That would be a mistake because every band has a bad song, just how it is. So coming up next, Sigil, Even the Gods Will Burn. I'm gonna go with black metal. That sounds kind of angry with God. There's fire. The name has that black metal feel to it, that weird word that I don't think it means anything. It's kind of like signal minus the end. The end, the letter N, not the end. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Hope you guys are having a great time. Sigil on the Zone.
Let's go.
right, so Sigil there here on the sound check. So listen, I was good. It was entertaining. The arrangement was pretty cool. The vocals were nice and raspy, and there were good things about it. It didn't. There wasn't anything that made me want to hear the next song, and that's part of this. Is do I want to hear more of what this band has to do? It just didn't. For me personally, I didn't go, yeah, I need to hear what else these cats can do. I just went, yeah, that's pretty good. It was all right. It was metal. It was, it was kept my interest, I guess, enough to keep listening to the song, but not the greatest thing I've heard. I don't know. It was okay. I'd probably wear the shirt because I support that they're a metal band and they're out there, giving it what they got, but I don't know about, suggesting them to somebody other than, just your average person. So I don't know. It was okay. And coming up next, we got a band called Sin Heresy with a song called Star Dome, which I love the name of the song. I love the name of the band. Very interested in what they sound like. I want to just go right off the top of my head, and if you listen to Soundcheck at all, I do this all the time, and I try to guess what the bands sound like based on their name, and I fail 99% of the time. So, but I want to go with maybe some death metal, maybe with some electronic implementation somewhere, maybe a weird, keyboard or some samples of some sort. I kind of get that feeling. It's got that kind of intergalactic kind of sound to it. So I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe R2-D2 makes an appearance, which I don't think that's ever happened in a death metal song. That would be radical. Can you imagine if here's Sin Heresy featuring R2-D2? That would sell like crazy just because it said R2-D2. Anyway, yeah. So that's my serious take on what the hell's about to happen. Yeah, I've been in the sun too long. Yeah, no doubt about it. Sin Heresy coming up on Soundcheck. www.themetalmoose.com. 424-666-7356. Text us. Why not? Everybody else does.
show your rack, Cheetos, and rubber chickens.
By God, I finally got one right. I totally nailed that. Little elements of the spacey side. R2-D2 belongs in that song, I'm telling you. Sin Heresy, really good. So I don't have a whole lot bad to say about that. I'm not a huge fan of the male vocal in the verses. I think there needs to be more behind it, or it needs to be beefed up. Maybe the chorus or a flange thrown on there. It was okay. It wasn't bad. It was thin to me. There wasn't enough behind it. There wasn't enough to it. But I would give that a total A. It's not overly super original, but the musicianship was great. The production was beautiful. So I liked it, man. Sin Heresy, yeah, I would wear a shirt. I'm guessing they're Italian. I looked them up on Facebook, which is another good sign. If I take the time to go look you up on Facebook, then hey, that means I'm interested in what you got going on. So really good. I liked it, Sin Heresy. I would love a shirt. So this next band is band number 2 that I just text until my fingers bled because these people would not leave me alone. I was getting texts 24/7 over and over. And I think altogether I got about 600 texts between everybody. It wasn't just one band primarily, but Fist of Rage was a big one. This next band, The Darkest Hearts, and the Just Luckies, who we played a minute ago, which was really weird, but they wanted them on this show and they got them. The Darkest Hearts, man, these bands have some fans that are all about some texting, and it's cool. I'm really excited that you did that. Now let's see if your fans follow it up and actually listen to the show, because that's always the true test. You know, it's really easy to send a text, but will they take the time to listen to the show and hear you and what I have to say about your music? Because that, you know, I remember when we did the Chicks That Rock and we had who was it, Splintered Halo, that was on there, and boy, their fans just got pissed. And it wasn't because I didn't like their music. It was because I said their fans weren't active enough, and they were like, well, just because we don't like your crappy show. Take it easy. Take it easy there, Tiger. It's just me. I'm not anybody important. You ain't going to get nasty. But I do really, consider that a big part of being in a band. Can you get your fans involved? Because if you can't get them to listen to a radio show that you're on, it's going to be really hard to get them to come to a show. It's going to be hard to get them to buy a CD. Listen to a radio show. It's free. So anyway, yeah, we'll see if the band's fans will show up and listen to the show. So that'll be the real test. But The Darkest Hearts, by God, your fans love them to text. Oh, Jesus, a lot. Here we go. Let's see what you got. Show me what you got.
Got out of bed, went through my routine, again in my head, jumped in my car, it all feels the same, nothing is changing, the name of this game is something breaking behind as I drive, while pieces of memories fall from the sky, my demons are ripping my soul out of me. I thought I was dead, now I'm back on my feet. So when you're tired of fighting, but can't get enough, when things fall to pieces while you're picking them up, the world is against you, your back's on the wall, all you can do is refuse to fall. My way out from bottom to top, I'm moving so fast I don't think I can stop. Feet turn to inches the closer I get. The journey's mapped out by my blood and my sweat. Running from mistakes, the old and the new. How did I know it all leads back to you? The face in the mirror I cannot escape. There's no end for me now. You are too late. So when you're tired of fighting but can't get enough, when things fall to pieces while you're picking them up, the world is against you, your back's on the wall. All you can do is refuse to fall. Next time you see me without a home, I'll be on the streets content and alone, wandering by daylight and flying by night, fueled by the starlight and burning so bright, balancing tipsily at the crossroads, feeling the pressure of all that life holds, breaking the doors down that were meant to keep out all of this beauty. My God, what a sin! So when you're tired of fighting but can't get enough, when things fall to pieces, we're picking them up. The world is against you, your back's on the wall. All you can do is refuse to fall.
Congratulations to the Darkest Hearts for winning the most definitely a big rock radio hit. Wow, that sounds like it was written by Three Doors Down, man. It's very, very, very good. Beautiful song construction, good production, great rock and roll writing, super slick, also very crossover-ish, not metal. Just rock enough to get that crossover, possibly country fan involved in that, is because the melodies are so strong. Yeah, I think if I could just have 1% off of your album sales for the rest of your existence, that'd be good. So I could make a living off that. Really good, man. I would wear the shirt. That band's going to be monstrous if they get in the right hands and they handle their business right. That is a hit. Good job, man. Awesome, Tim. Very impressed. Coming up next, a band called The Haunting, which it draws me in quickly because it sounds kind of doomy, and I'm such a big Doom fan. I'm more of an older, like Catatonia kind of Doom, Candlemass kind of Doom, November's Doom, that kind of thing. I'm not really a Sun O kind of Doom thing, but anyway. So, The Haunting and the song No One Saves Us But Ourselves. Very interested to hear it. Once again, if you're just joining the show or if you've never listened to the show before, I've never heard these songs before. This is the first time I've heard them, and I give them a review right as I hear them. As soon as I get done listening to it, I'll tell you what I think about it. Not that it matters what I think, but the bands seem to enjoy it when I give my critique. Most of them do. I've had a couple of people write back and tell me where to stick it, but most of them write back and say, hey, thanks for the review, and maybe you'll like this song better, or hey, we've been thinking about the things you were saying, and yada yada yada. So had some people listen to what I say, and And I'm not just, a normal schmo that I've been in a band, I've been in a studio, I've been on the road. I understand all the things these people are going through. So I'm trying to give an opinion that will matter in a sort of way. So yeah, it's not just some normal guy from nowhere going, well, I think that band was, they were okay, but I don't know if I would listen to them on my 8-track or not. That's not happening. It's, hi, I was in a band. I was on the road. I play guitar. I play bass. I play drums. I've been in a studio, and here's just some ideas. And since I've been listening to indie bands for, ever, just some ideas. And hopefully, they're ideas that you like or ideas that you might semi-agree with. And if not, that's okay, too. Because there are people that listen to this show just because they hate my guts. And that's cool, because just keep listening because, bitch, you're a fan. It's cool. Bitch is. Maybe I should say that, because it's not a female thing. There are people who don't like me, and I don't understand. But if you don't like me and you're listening, you're a fan. That's all there is to it. The Haunting on Soundcheck.
Hey, this is Mick Michaels from Corners of Sanctuary, and you're listening to DJ Moose at Metal Moose Podcast.
Space between us is growing.
happening quite a bit in this show, actually, where I'm hearing songs that just very easily could be on Big Rock Radio all over the nation, all over the world. That song right there, a radio hit, no doubt about it. Good production, good songwriting, good sound, all of those good things. So for me, this is when I hear something like that and I don't have anything bad to say, I try to think of things that I would change if I were the one in charge of the band in the studio. And so here's the couple things that I'll say about that. Number one, the vocalist is a good vocalist, and she's nailing her parts, and they sound good. But I'm not buying any emotion that you're putting into it at all. It sounds very sterile and very just da 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 da. Yeah, I want you. If I were your producer in the studio and I were talking to you, I would want you to sing like your grandma just died or your boyfriend just broke up with you. I need to hear that you're a human, because there's no human touch to that vocal. It's very good. It's very on point. None of it's flat. You're making good sequences, all of those things, but there's no emotion to it. And I would say the same thing about the song itself. It's a good song. It's got the rhythm. It's got the right key structures and all of those things. It's a perfect Big Rock hit, but there's no human element to it. It's just a good, it's one of those songs that people are going to hear and they're going to go, yeah, man, that was awesome. And then they're going to brush it aside, honestly, because I don't feel like they're going to have a connection to it. Which I think is the only thing that you're missing. If you can somehow take your sound and put some emotion to where I can connect with you on a level besides just that was a cool rock song level, then you're going to have more success. You're going to be successful anyway. Don't get me wrong. That, good God, that's somebody. There is a manager out there licking their chops right now after hearing that. But I need something to connect to, man. But I would damn sure wear the shirt. Good stuff. You guys, there's some bands on this show that could go on tour together and just make a killing. Anyway, coming up next, another band. Jesus with the texting. These people are still texting. You can stop now. The show is it's over, and thank you for texting. I appreciate all of you. But Vague Vendetta, my God, your fans, they love to text, and they love to text me multiple times. So, yeah, here they are. I hope you're happy. By God, my finger's killing me. Vague Vendetta on Soundcheck. All right, so Vague Vendetta. Listen, it sounds very demo-ish. I'm sorry to say the production was just wretched. It's so hard to tell. I don't want to say anything wrong because it was very difficult to hear. The bass was way too loud. The guitar solo and guitar leads were really super tinny. I couldn't tell if there was any vocal harmony. I could hear the vocal kind of. It wasn't. The bad thing about it is it's just unfortunately I don't listen to the songs before I play them because I probably would have said let's not play that just because somebody is going to get a bad taste in their mouth based on the production. It was an okay tune. I need to hear more, and I would certainly need to hear more better produced. I know I say it all the time. I know everybody doesn't have the money to have Devin Townsend or Peter Toshrigan in there producing whoever, Terry Date and Jimmy Jam, whoever, Quincy Jones, whatever. Point is, some of us are making demos on Fostex in our garages. I get that. So, just the production wasn't there for me. You guys are very cool people. You've been very kind to me, and I appreciate all your support. Let's get a better recording and let's go from there. Because I'm not against you. The song was okay. The songwriting was decent. It wasn't outstanding, but let's I think you've got some tools to work with. But just right now, I need a different sound. So anyway, coming up next is a band called Divided with a song called Walk Away. This is another one of those. Looking at this band could totally be like a pop band. I have no idea, but I don't know. Looking at the track, it looks like it's pretty loud. So we'll see what we got coming up here. I love the not listening to the song because you never know what the hell is going to pop up. We've had a folk song, we've had like a classic rock song and a blues song just show up. We haven't had any rap show up yet because those are usually pretty easy to notice by the name. Or we haven't had any country pop up yet because also those are usually just a single name person, Billy Bob Johnson. Oh, okay. Hey, it's a song called Yellow Rose of Texas. Yeah, we're not going to play that. So anyway, but you never know. Trust me, it's happened. Right now, Walk Away by Divided on the Sound Check.
Dave from Toxic Ruin, and you're listening to The Moose.
That was pick of the show kind of material right there. It was, you could feel the aggression, you could feel the emotion. It rocked. The production was good. It was, you could connect with it. It was, it had enough electronic element to be, I don't know, yeet with the kids. Yes, I just said yeet. It was what I, when I heard that, I thought this band ought to be out there kicking people's asses on a nightly basis. That was, that to me is when I look for, when I do this show, a lot of it has to do with who do I think is written something that's going to be around for a while. Who do I think, if this song is heard by somebody that, like if I just went and played this for a friend at work, would they go, whoa, man, that was awesome? Or would they go, that was awesome? That was very, very good. I would definitely wear the shirt. As a matter of fact, I'll wear every shirt you guys send. If you'd love to send me a signed CD, I'll take one of those too. Man, that was really good. Like, I want to put them and Olathia on tour, super, super good. I'm really impressed. Wow. That's probably the pick of show right there. That was them and Kill Sorrow and Olathia on a tour. Wow. Damn. Maybe In Death opening up. That would be awesome. Chicks That Rock, all genres right there. Badass. Wow. Very, very good. Coming up next is a band called Blackwater Reserve. They actually wrote me and they said, hey, listen, we want you to play this for our singer, which I think is really cool. They didn't say, hey, we want you to play this so we'll get heard by thousands of people. We want you to play this because we want your opinion on it. We just have a girl in the band and we think that she rocks and we think that she deserves to be on a Chicks That Rock show. So, of course, I was like, yeah, that's really cool of your bandmates to do that. So we're going to play it, and I haven't listened to it. And honestly, I guess I'll give my opinion on the song, but they didn't ask for it. They just wanted you to feel good, and if I can take part in making somebody feel good, I'm cool with that. So, Blackwater Reserve on Soundcheck coming up right now. Well, here now.
Have you found a way?
come find me. I am convicted of a felony. I'm a criminal in my country. Sad it's so how it goes. No one loves me when they own me. See what's behind me. Showing out forever me. On top of the world's end, calling out my name. I can hear me on my knees, begging, please come find me. I am committed to one and only you. I will love you best again till I'm found dead on the ground. So where will you be? You know where I'll be. Your heart is mine. Oh, your soul belongs to me.
All right, so listen, I think we're done for the night, man. I think that was the last tune. So real quickly, Blackwater, they didn't really ask for an opinion or whatever. It was a good tune. I think you're right. She definitely rocks. I think the bass is a little bit too high in the mix. The production was a little rough for me. Not my favorite production in the world. The song was good. To me, it was good, like good bar rock. You know what I mean? And I don't mean that in a bad way, but I don't see it going a whole lot further than just being a live entertainment band. But listen, who the hell am I? So don't listen too much to that. But good tune, man. I would wear the shirt just because you guys were. I just think it's the coolest thing that you wrote in and said, "Hey, will you play this for our singer?" Yeah, hell yeah, I'll do that. That was really cool of you. So awesome, man. I like what you're doing. So this is the point of the show where I get to just talk about what was going on. We're going to do a Chicks That Rock show every 10th show. So this is the 20th sound check. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with me, I did the Metal Moose show for a long time. And we did, I don't know, we started in March of 2014 and we did it until January of 2017. And we did a show a week, at least a show a week, sometimes 2 or 3. We've done a bunch of shows. I played a bunch of bands, a bunch of them, over 4,000 bands. And we used to do Chicks That Rock like quarterly. We would do it every now and then, but there's so many good bands out there with female members, and we're going to do it every 10th show. So this is our second Chicks That Rock for the sound check. Anyway, so we are based in, I keep saying I am based in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, in the Moose Pit Studios, which is me and a Behringer board and an AKG microphone and a couple laptops and a lot of people that support this show. We have over 20,000 people that we call the Moose Crew on social media, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all those places, man. on over 50 radio stations all across the world, including in Europe and all that stuff. So when your song gets played here on the Soundcheck, a lot of people hear it. And there are a lot of people out there listening to this show looking for great bands. Trust me. Every time I hold a poll and I say, why are you... I said hold a poll. Okay. Anytime that I post a Facebook poll question, the number one answer of why do you listen to the show is to find new bands. That's what people do. They listen to the show to find new bands to get into. And I am very, very proud to say that we've been doing this a long time, that the Metal Moose, which is, the parent company, I guess you would say, of Soundcheck, has become a legend in its time that it's here. And I'm proud of that too, man. We've put on concerts. We've traveled to different states to do things. We have done a lot of great things with great bands and great people supporting us, and we don't plan on stopping. We're going to do this as long as I have the equipment to do it, as long as there's people out there looking for new music, which that's going to be forever. People are always going to be looking for new stuff. So once again, thank you so much for being here. Thanks to American Warrior Revolution, all the 3%ers out there listening, all the people that are just about understanding that it's we the people. That's something I've always crafted the Moose and Soundcheck after. It's all of us. We have a voice. We have a voice on whether or not people's dreams can come true. And sometimes that's being in a band. So, yeah, man, thanks so much for being here. Thanks for supporting the show. Got some cool news coming up about joining a new network, which is a pretty big network. They wrote me and they said, hey, you are our inspiration to do this kind of thing. Would you be interested in being on our network? And I was like, of course, that would be awesome. So cool stuff coming there. And we do the show every Tuesday and every Thursday. You can find it on iTunes. Subscribe to it. You can find it on YouTube. Subscribe to it. It's always 2 hours long. We always do 15 bands, and we try not to play the same band over again. So it's always new bands, new stuff, new fun, new reviews, new listeners. It gets bigger all the time. I want you to be part of it. And just remember, when life is giving you lemons, there's always tacos. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Tacos. It's the greatest thing ever. Next to Cheetos. Cheetos and a taco, the best. We'll see you next time. Chicks That Rock, Soundcheck. Later.
All rights to the music heard on the Metal Moose are reserved by the authors, their labels, or authorized representatives that permitted their material to be used. The Metal Moose holds no rights to any music played on the show. Go to themetalmoose.com to submit your music to be heard on the show. Metal Moose accepts donations of money, Cheetos, bacon, and naked pictures. Thank you for tuning in and subscribe on iTunes. Rock out while you rack out and consider yourself moosed.